Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Larry Nelson here. I am heading out this morning to test out my new GRT 2-axis autopilot. Kind of excited, not sponsored by GRT at all, but it's something I've been really wanting ever since I've been flying with Carlos. And yeah, even though I call it cheating, it's kind of awesome just to be able to hit the button and have the plane take you where you want to go. So without further ado, let's jump in the plane and get this thing tested.
Summerton traffic, experimental 8 Lima November, taking up runway 17, departing the area to the north, Summerton. Alright everybody, run-up's done, got nobody on final, let's take off, we're going to be heading to Blythe today. Airspeed's alive. Pulling center line. And we're flying. RPMs look good. And we're off. Summerton traffic, experimental 8 Lima November, left crosswind runway 17, departing the area to the north. Last call, Summerton. Alright, today we're going to climb up to 4,500 feet, and this is so I can get some good altitude to test out the autopilot. So, to get en route, we'll start testing that system. Yuma approach, experimental 918 Lima November.
Experimental 918 Lima November, Yuma approach, go ahead.
Yeah, just departed Summerton, climbing through 1,000 for 4,500. Looking for flight following to Blythe, KBLH.
Experimental 8 Lima November, squawk 0427, Yuma altimeter is 2975.
2975 and 0427, 8 Lima November.
Hey, Lima November, just verify you're a single experimental. I'm picking up two codes coming off of your position.
Yeah, I'm a single experimental and I've got 0427.
Roger. Do you have two transponders on board?
I've got ADSB and then a just a standard transponder.
Roger.
Alright, so we're at altitude, cruising. Let the autopilot take over. Let's see how well this thing tracks, how well it works. I think the biggest problem was I was blowing the fuse because I think I had too much trim on the servo. I think I need to have a second fuse for the servo instead of having one for both. So, changes I need to make. Alright, we are cruising right now. En route to Blythe. I have never actually flown an airplane that had an autopilot in it. I've just been in them that had them. But yeah, this is kind of awesome. So, making 104 knots true, 99 knots in my ground speed, so I got like a couple knots of headwind. Indicating 95 knots, so that's old money obviously. You know, talking about knots, I know most people are talking about miles an hour. But yeah, I'm moving pretty nice.
143 Alpha Lima, traffic 12 o'clock, 10 miles, opposite course at 4,500 experimental.
Looking for traffic, 3 Alpha Lima.
Experimental 8 Lima November, traffic 12 o'clock, 10 miles, opposite course, level 4,500 is a experimental, or correction, disregard.
Roger, 8 Lima November.
8 Lima November, the traffic's 12 o'clock, 10 miles, opposite direction of 5,500 is a XL2.
Looking for traffic, 8 Lima November. Yeah, I think I definitely need to put in a second servo, or a second fuse. Because it's blown the preamp resettable a couple of times now. Alright, so about 15 minutes into this flight now. So let me give you kind of heads up what's going on. So I've been working on my dad's plane still. That's the budget Zenith 601 HDS. What I should be doing here pretty soon is getting the engine mounted. So the engine's really close. I was waiting on a couple parts. Now I can plumb all the firewall forward fuel system. Since I have that, I can go ahead, get that done, mount the engine, and then I'm going to get back to wiring on the plane. So that plane's going to come along really, really fast, and then from there, we'll move that on to first flight.
Contact the tower, 119.3.
So from there, we'll move it on to first flight. So we're making a lot of progress on the 172 also. It's getting closer. Basically there, it's painted right now. We've got the horizontal mounted. We're going to get the vertical mounted next weekend. And after that, we're going to be moving on to avionics and really getting things rigged up, ready to go. Then some of you have seen the new project in the hangar, which is the Panther. I just picked that up a little while ago. It's just been sitting in the corner waiting for its opportunity. So as soon as I get that, then we're going to get on to doing a Panther build. And I'm pretty sure you know what engine's going to go on it. It'd be probably a 2850 Corvair. So for right now, let's finish up this flight, get back to Yuma, and then show you the projects kind of as they are. Make sure I got my information correct. So you can come with your 122.8, I'm on 122.8. The field is on 1735, 5,800 foot long, 100 foot long, wide, hard. And I have all of the current information. The altimeter is 2975. Field elevation, forgot to look at that. Field elevation is, what's that? 400 feet. Flight traffic, experimental 918 Lima November is about 2 miles to the south. We'll be entering a left downwind for runway 17, touch and go, Blythe. So notice I also got the new 4-point harnesses in here. I do like them quite a bit better than the 3-point I had in here before, a lot more comfortable. Blythe traffic, experimental 8 Lima November is left downwind runway 17, touch and go, Blythe. Alright, leveling out here. Start trimming up, get ready to land here. Okay, trim is set, fuel's up, upper deck, make sure it's rich. RV is on, and as always, it is always okay to go around. Let this thing bleed off speed. Full up trim. So, walk you guys through my process. It's full up trim. Should settle the speed out right around 75 knots. And that's kind of how I set up on downwind. Blythe traffic, experimental 8 Lima November, left base runway 17, touch and go, Blythe. Alright, keeping that 75 knots indicated. Much better position this time. Blythe traffic, experimental 8 Lima November, turn final, runway 17, touch and go, Blythe. Alright, let's blow it up. Power off, so we're descending. On center line. I'm high, but we'll make it work just fine. That's it. That was buttery.
Obstacle.
Alright, let's depart the area. Let's get out of here. That was a perfect landing that time. Okay, carpet's off. Climbing away. Trim for airspeed. So back to Yuma. We're going to climb 5,500. Oh. Yuma approach experimental 918 Lima November.
918 Lima November, go ahead.
Yep, about 40 miles north of Bard VOR, looking for flight following back to Somerton.
918 Lima November, Squawk 0420, Yuma altimeter is 2976.
2976 and 04208 Lima November.
Lima November, radar contact, 39 miles north Yuma Airport.
Possession checks, 8 Lima November.
And 8 Lima November, verify your altitude, not receiving.
Altitude is 5,500, 8 Lima November.
Roger.
Yep, we lost it. Alright, so the autopilot definitely needs a second there. Definitely need it. It's disconnected like 5-6 times, so definitely need to add in the second circuit breaker. Alright, well anyways, let's head back into Somerton and I'll show you guys the other projects. Somerton traffic, experimental 8 November, left base runway 17, full stop Somerton. Somerton traffic, experimental 8 November, final runway 17, full stop Somerton.
Alright everybody, so this is the Panther project that I was given. So you notice it's fairly well done. I got to go back through this guy's work and check everything out. So it's got all the control surfaces for the tail, for the rudder, everything is completed. It's not bolted into place yet, so I've got to bolt these down. I've got to make the control cables. Got the rudder over there, I'll show you in a minute. But you see, I mean, the work was done pretty well and according to the manual. Justin left his sleeping bag here. But you know, you got the stick's installed, everything moves free and correct. Throttle and mixture cables are in. So it's in a position where, yeah, it's gonna take a bunch of work, but I think it's gonna be a really neat project to get done. So on the rudder, the only thing I've really had a chance to do so far is put this fiberglass cap on. And I really need to run another row of rivets right here that goes into the fiberglass. These go into that vertical bulkhead. But once that's done, I can get that reinstalled, and then I can really focus on getting all the controls rigged, especially for the rudder and for the elevators. All right, obviously it's a different day, and I'm here at my garage to show you a little bit about this project. So if anybody has built an airplane before, you recognize this stage right here. This is called, you get parts and you go, hey, I need to store this here, store this here, so I'm ready to go. So while it looks like chaos, organized chaos. Now, moving forward, this is where we're at on the panel. So I've got more of these parts here that I'm installing. You notice that I've got the basic flight instruments in there. The tachometer is going to go right here. I need to change how I got the mount here for the transponder. Transponder is good. I've got the radio. It's going to be a Trig TY91. And all of the engine gauges are pretty much where they're going to end up at. So as you see, not too bad. I do have, again, I've got motor mounts on. I've got all of the stuff for the fuel system, which is all up here, and that's going to be going in shortly so that I can get the project moving along. And on that note, the plan is to have this thing ready to go, well anyways, the fuselage done by this summertime so that I can get this thing out the airport, and then come wintertime I might be able to start working on first flight and move through the phase 1 flight test program. Now we've looked at this, we're going to jump out to the 172, and that'll wrap up this video. And so here I am with our last project that I'm talking about. This is the 1956 Cessna 172 that me and my brother-in-law have been working on. So you notice we got the horizontal mounted, it's bolted in. Tomorrow we're actually planning on getting the vertical stabilizer in, and after that getting the control cables bolted in and routed properly. After that we're going to move on to avionics. It's going to have a Garmin 430, 2 AV30s as opposed to having any type of vacuum system or a Artillery system, and another Garmin radio. So it's going to be a really neat panel. We also have a custom interior being built right now also. So kind of crazy, all these projects, but hey, that's the update for you right now. But you know, if this is the type of content you guys like to see, you know, always consider liking, subscribing, follow me along, and help me build this channel up. But until next time, this is me, Larry Nelson, the Zenvair pilot, telling you guys to get in the garage, get building, and if you can, get in the air. Talk to you guys next time.